Alright guys, I'm back with my review of this week's WWE Friday Night Smackdown for October 18th, 2013. And this one starts off with Vickie Guerrero and Brad Maddox in the ring. And Vickie says she has Maddox here because she doesn't want what happened on Raw to happen on SmackDown. Talking about the Big Show coming out and causing havoc. So Daniel Bryan comes out and says, "Look, I'm just here to help. I heard a rumor that there was a Bigfoot, Sasquatch-like guy trying to get into the building." And then he says, "Here's the Big Show." But it's a trick. Big Show never comes out. And he says, "Big Show's not here yet." And then he introduces the new tag team champions, Goldust and Cody Rhodes. And Vickie is pissed off and puts Daniel Bryan, Goldust, and Cody Rhodes in a match against The Shield. I like The Shield. I like Goldust and Cody. I like Daniel Bryan. But things are getting a bit redundant with every single main event being fucking a Shield match, like over and over again. Then we get Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, the Bray Wyatt family, against Kofi Kingston and The Miz. And I thought this match was okay. Luke Harper wins after the clothesline to Kofi Kingston, and then Bray Wyatt cuts another promo on Miz. I feel like Luke Harper and Eric Rowan are getting better, and they're getting better at their roles and their characters and everything. So I thought this was okay stuff. And then we get AJ versus Brie Bella. Typical Divas match here. Tamina's on the outside. She charges Nikki Bella. Nikki moves out of the way, throws Tamina into the stairs, and AJ's distracted and gets hit with the face buster, so Brie Bella wins the match. Big Show has arrived. So he comes through the fans and gets in the ring. And he says he's got an autographed ticket from Daniel Bryan. That's why he was allowed in. And he cuts a promo thanking the fans for their support. And he's about to cry. This motherfucker cries when he's happy, cries when he's sad, cries when he's angry. It's ridiculous. So Brad Maddox and Vickie Guerrero come out with no security, and Brad Maddox gets in his face and tells him he needs to just leave. You can't knock out the COO and expect to just prance back into the ring. And Big Show says he's got nothing to lose, and he knocks out Brad Maddox. I mean, knocks him out. It was a great looking punch. So Big Show leaves. He goes back through the crowd. And I was listening to the Wrestling Observer Live, and they were talking about this storyline and how it's probably Vince McMahon behind this, and that's why Big Show's able to come out. That's why they play his music. They played his music after he knocked out Brad Maddox. And, I mean, that's really the only way to explain this shit, is that Vince is behind it. Because otherwise, how is this continuing to happen? How does Big Show keep getting into buildings? And why do they keep playing his music? So, yeah, I mean, it does make sense that Vince would be the one behind this, and that Vince is pulling the strings here, and he's using the Big Show to eventually take control back over the company. Even though I guess he still has control, even that doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe it's a power struggle or something, who knows, but yeah, I thought it was a great segment here. Even you kind of have to look past some of the ridiculous, goofy shit, like them coming out with no security. Even if it was Vince behind it, that still doesn't make sense. I mean, there's so many freaking plot holes in this whole thing. It's CM Punk versus Big E Langston, and this was a good match here. At one point, Big E has CM Punk in a single leg Boston Crab, and it just looked like Big E could rip his leg off if he wanted to. But Punk hits the GTS for the win. And I would actually like to see at some point Mark Henry pass the torch to Big E Langston. But you know there is no way Big E could hit the big ending on Mark Henry, so I don't know what they would do with that. But Heyman comes out with Ryback and Axel. And he puts down Big E. He says he's a rookie, he's nothing. Ryback's a professional, and he's going to kill CM Punk. And Punk says that he's going to take them to hell, a Hell in a Cell. And Paul Heyman says, hell ain't no bad place to be. This whole thing was just awesome. So he sends Ryback and Axel down to attack CM Punk, and they're beating the shit out of him, and then Big E gets back in the ring, and Big E helps CM Punk fight off Ryback and Curtis Axel, but this whole thing was just great. So Del Rio comes out, and Josh Matthews is in the ring. And Del Rio says John Cena is the ultimate Gringo, and he's going soft. He sprained his elbow and he had to be out for 2 months, and he says, I'm going to show you what's going to happen at Hell in a Cell. And then he puts Josh Matthews in the arm breaker. So now you know why Josh Matthews was in the ring to begin with. Real Americans versus the Usos. And I thought this match was pretty good. Zeb Coulter was funny on commentary and everything. And then Los Matadores come out. And Zeb Coulter goes up the ramp to stop him, and the Bull gores him. Did I call this shit or what? I think I said it in my Raw review this week. I just didn't expect it to happen this soon. But the Bull gores Zeb Coulter, then gores him again in the ass. And the Real Americans get distracted. One of the Usos hits the splash on Swagger for the win. And afterwards, the Bull jumps on Swagger. They just showed a commercial for the new WWE video game, 2K14. And isn't the appeal of these games that they're up to date? Have like all the current roster and everything. So why does Daniel Bryan have short hair? But anyways, Daniel Bryan comes out for the main event, and Randy Orton comes out and cuts a promo on him and says he's in over his head, he's going to become the new champion, and he's going to become the face of the WWE again. Then we get the main event, so it's Bryan, Cody, Goldust versus The Shield. And this was a good match here. Really picked up towards the end. Seth Rollins throws Cody Rhodes into Goldust. They both go over the announce table. Daniel Bryan hits the flying knee on Dean Ambrose for the win. And that was the end of the show. I actually felt like SmackDown was pretty average this week. It did get kind of boring towards the end. The main event was good, but the best thing on this show was the Punk Big E Langston match and the stuff with Heyman, Ryback, and Axel afterwards. So that was pretty much it. So that's my review. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.